Evening, Celtics fans. Celtics lose tonight, game 10 out of 82. They lose to Nuggets 115-107. So, welcome to CB on the Seas. Here's CB's pull up three pointer. First point. Not worried about this loss. You know, they've lost two in a row, true. And they have three more road games, so it's a rough start to the road trip, but I'm not worried. They had an awesome first quarter, as you all saw, and they fell victim to, a bonkers single performance by Jamal Murray. But they played pretty good. Kyrie's improving, had another better game than he had last game, and he's definitely trending up. Brown looked frisky. So I'm not really worried. Second point, Stevens leaving Hayward out during the last 7 minutes of the game was big for me. Stevens still played a lot of minutes, which I'm not crazy about because he's really playing badly, and he started, of course. But during crunch time, when during crunch time he didn't play, so that was encouraging. The third point of CB's pull-up three-pointer is the Celtics actually shot better than the Nuggets tonight. The Celtics shot above 50%, just above 50% from the floor. And the Nuggets shot just above 45%. And the C's, they only shot 29% from the arc, which is a lot less than we've been shooting the last few games. But the big difference was from the free throw line. The Nuggets had 28 free throws, and we had 12. So that's a continuing problem, only getting to the line 12 times. Jason Tatum, incidentally, his first free throw of the game was in the third quarter, which represented the first time he went to the line. And I think I went back and looked, it was 7 quarters since Milwaukee, 3 games ago now. So that's a problem. Continues to be a problem. Tatum keeps settling for these pull-up 18-footers like he's Dwayne Wade, like he's been in the league for 36. Well, like he's 36 years old and has no cartilage left in his knees and can't physically make it to the rim. But of course, we all know he's 20 years old and about as talented and as athletic as there is in the league, or as athletic a guy there is in the league, and could be getting to the rim every single time and should be going to the line about 12, 14 times a game, but he's not doing that. Okay, the top 3 stars. The third star was Brown for me. He was great. He had a great start to the game. He was very aggressive. Also didn't get to the line too much, but he was still around the rim. He shot 50%. He only had 1 3-pointer, but he was very assertive and he was very aggressive. So that was nice to see, of course. With the athletic talent that he has, he should be doing it every game, all game long, which he's not. Second star was Kyrie. Another fantastic game. He would have been the number 1 star if it wasn't for a guy who got, career high points in Murray. But Kyrie, he shot 4 for 6 from the arc, which makes him 14 for 25 in the last 3 games. So he's on fire, and he's definitely got his old mojo back. So that's good to see. And of course, the number 1 star is Murray. The less we say about him, the better. He went bonkers, 48. He posted a big night against us last year too, which I remembered. He posted about, I think it was 28 points, and he had pretty close to a triple-double. So for some reason, he kills us. One more thing on Murray. Stevens I think he put Smart on him in the last 6 minutes, sort of trying to staunch the bleeding and sort of slow him down, and Smart didn't do anything on him, and that was discouraging. I'll get to Smart later. So the 3 stains on the game. Morris was the first stain. He definitely has come back down to earth after being really hot for the last few games. There's Jelly throwing up in the background. One of the three dogs running around here. So Morris, yeah, he was number 3 stain. 0 for 4 from the arc. 3 for 9 from the floor. He had 4 turnovers. That was bad too, and he tried to get himself kicked out of the game by arguing with Scott Foster, but he didn't manage to do that. So that was another fail on his part. Number 2 stain on the game was Smart. Smart had a pretty good game statistically. He had four blocks, but his defense on Murray was pretty shocking considering his reputation as an on-ball defender. I was expecting him to shut him down the way he has so many other top scorers in the league, but it didn't happen tonight, and I don't really know why. The number 1 stain, I feel bad saying this over and over every game now, is Hayward. Another dud from him. You know, he had a couple baskets, but, you know, come on. He had 8 points in 26 minutes. And was pretty, he had 9 rebounds, but offensively, we need more from him if he's going to be playing 26 minutes a game. It's clear that Stevens is going to want to count on him later in the season, and he wants him to get his reps in now when the games, you know, it's not necessarily crunch time, but these games matter just as much as the games later in the season, and I don't think he should be starting. I think Rozier should be getting more minutes than Hayward. I think Brown and Tatum should be getting more minutes, period. I mean, Tatum had 35 minutes tonight. Kyrie had 34 minutes. That's a lot more than they had last game in Indiana. So that was better. Substitution patterns by Stevens, but Hayward is really killing us, and that's nothing new, but it's an ongoing thing. So we'll see how that unfolds. So my closeout for the night is very simply to go out and vote tomorrow. Participation in the democratic process. It's the only thing we can do is vote, and the more we vote, the more accountable our elected leaders will be, and the less we vote, the more nonsense and monkey business they will get up to. It's really that simple. And when you don't vote, stuff happens, and you don't really pay attention. And by voting, you become invested in what's going on in our society, in our civilization, in our polity. So that's it. Next game, the 11th game out of 82, will be Thursday in Phoenix. I hope we can, get a win there. But I was going to say, hope we can get an easy win, but Phoenix is pretty good. They're not terrible. So it's going to be another tough game, I think. But I hope they keep trending up, like everybody else, I'm sure. So that game's Thursday. It's at 9, and it's on November 8th. So I will see you guys after that game. Thanks for watching. Subscribe. Tell all your friends. Later.